Hey everyone, this is Too Big Kim from TwoBigWomenOnACouch.com. I know you're over there on that website checking out the go-to place for plus size and former plus size women. And so thank you very much for that. And if you're not over there, you need to be over on TwoBigWomenOnACouch.com. You know that generally I'm on that couch with my good friend Terry. We're talking about all kinds of topics that impact and affect our lives. And then lately I've been on basically in the rocking chair, talking with a number of folks that I know and care about. And today I have with me a young person. Her name is Shannon. And Shannon and I have been talking about a number of things. She's actually been kind of watching our blogs and our videos and stuff like that, and has made some wonderful comments. And kind of from a youth's perspective, from an adolescent perspective, she has some things that she'd like to talk about. So we kind of narrowed that down, and we decided that we want to talk about the topic bullying, because it is a huge epidemic. Actually, it's a big problem, and it's impacting so many young people. And Shannon is here to do a couple of things. One, talk about that, like what's really going on with kids, and the effects of bullying. And maybe she might share an experience or two of her own, and then she'll certainly help us figure out some things that we as adults and caring people can do as well. So Shannon, welcome. It's just going to be a joy to do this with you. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you, Kim. There are a few things I do like to talk about. Bullying usually starts with insecurities around, people themselves or at home. And usually, like, the main reasons for bullying is because they don't like the person, they want their qualities, or, they don't fit in with their group or clique. Um, it's a very epidemic. It's very big. It's a huge problem with a lot of youth and teens today. It can even go as far on the internet, in school, trains, buses, anywhere. All it has to do is start with a simple comment, and it even leads to suicide, loss of self. Loss of mind, insanity, sadness, and a lot of depression. It's the result of it is not a very good one at all.
Mm-hmm. So now you've maybe seen some other kids that have been bullied, or tell us about how you know so much about bullying. I mean, you've got a lot of knowledge here. Where does that come from? How do you know this?
Well, usually I see it a lot, and especially I've experienced a lot of bullying in my lifetime in school.
Mm.
A lot of name calling, a lot of laughter at me, like what I do in school. I try to do well in school. And I see that a lot in my class. Everybody needs to talk stuff. A whole bunch of people just gang up on you for no apparent reason. All it starts is with a rumor, and it just gets bigger and bigger and becomes a whole plague or a problem on that person. It's up to you to overcome it or let it consume you. You have to be strong. You have to be open and real and follow your goal and not fall into those rumors and those insults.
So what you're saying to us is that you have actually been bullied because you had different opinions, or you were kind of smart, or things like that, and then rumors got started, and you found yourself as a victim of bullying?
Yes, for a very long time, actually. Ever since kindergarten, I've been laughed at, since I was like the only African American in my whole class. It took like a very long time for me to, understand like why I was being bullied. Like, I never really done anything wrong in class, but it just got out of hand. And then, like, in high school, it just got worse. It now laugh insults in the classroom is now gone into trains and train stations, being laughed at, being called all kinds of names, and it's very hurtful. You feel very worthless and disgusted with yourself.
So when you were victim of that and people were laughing at you and all, what did you do? Who did you turn to? I mean, how did you said that there's strength that you have, and that you have to find your strength, but who was there to help you?
Oh, my school is a very good school. They are actually aware of like the bullying and everything. I definitely talked to my friends about it. They were very supportive of me, and definitely one of my English teachers, like, she realized it too, that they were very cruel people, and I've suffered a lot, and I talked to her and everything like that. I went to the counselor, and everybody kind of helped me move out of that state of depression and sadness, and it got me to move on with myself. definitely. I have to give a shout out to them.
All right. So you actually found folks, friends and adults. So some of your peer group that were your friends that you could actually kind of communicate with, and some adults as well. So talking about it, being able to not keep it
Yes.
inside and bottled up, sounds like one thing that's really important to do. Would you
Yeah.
agree with that?
Yes, and definitely keeping a clear head with your goals. That's definitely one of the biggest things I would say, to keep yourself out of the state of sadness and depression, and not giving into other people's thoughts and hatred. Like I knew what I had to do in school was to pass, get good grades, and improve on myself. That's one of the things I really wanted to concentrate on. Besides wanting to be like everybody else, trying to be cool, trying to fit in. Like, it doesn't work for me that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to realize that since I was in 5th grade, I started to realize that you need to grow up, Shani. You need to grow up.
Okay. So what you're saying? Go ahead.
I just realized that you have to be who you are and go for it.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I was going to say. Is kind of learn how to be your own person. Keep your eye on the goal. Have some goals for yourself, and keep your eye on it. So, what are some of your ambitions? What are you're a young person now, so you're still in high school, and you've got dreams and ambitions. What are you headed toward? What do you want to do?
I'm not really sure yet, but I definitely like to write.
Okay.
I like to write and write poetry. I'm not really sure yet, but I do have an interest in writing.
Okay. Did writing, was it an outlet for you when you were personally being bullied? Was that something that you took to, or was that not there for you? Did you?
Well, sometimes when I was upset, I would usually write something like poetry, and in my school we have like poetry cafes, and I would read some of my poetry, and that helped me a lot too.
Okay.
Made me happy.
Made you happier, yeah. So what are some things that we can do? We're very caring adults and stuff like that, and we're not going to put up with, allowing our young people to be hurt in any way. What are some things that we can look out for, some things that we can, as adults, I'm talking about adults now, and then I want to ask about what other kids can do as well. But what can we as adults do to kind of end this problem or work toward ending this problem?
Well, definitely talking to your children is one of the things I would say. Like, talk to them like, well, how was school, and if you see them like, and definitely talk with your teachers, like, with the PTA meetings, and talk with teachers like, how is your child interacting, and like, how are they doing with other children, and if like they go to the counselor or something like that. Frequently a lot of fights, then you have to talk to your child and try to come to a solution.
Okay, so having that open communication with your kids is very important, and then looking for signs and stuff, and then asking questions. It sounds like probably even acting on that. If you hear that or you see or you hear something is wrong, you need to deal with it. We need to deal with it. What about other youth like yourself? What can they do to stop this problem?
And I think using your common sense and realizing, like, how would you feel if you're like in the center of attention? You have to think twice, because you don't know what's going to happen to you after that. You can get in serious trouble, with bullying and everything like that. Like, you don't want that on your job resume or like that you've been bullying somebody else. That's not, a good thing to happen.
So basically, thinking about your future, and do you want to get in trouble, or do you want to stay on the straight and narrow and kind of do the right thing, so that in the future you'll be able to have a better future? That's what I think I'm hearing you say. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes, that's definitely.
All right. Well, you are an awesome young person. I really appreciate you being here with me and really sharing with us, because I think a lot of folks are going to really resonate with what you're saying and want to do something about this issue. So keep doing what you're doing. You're just awesome, and I appreciate you. And I'm sorry that you went through it, but you have an internal strength. You have something inside of you that is very, very powerful, and never take your eye off the goal. You're almost there. You're doing your thing. So I'm real proud of you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right, sweetie. You take good care. And we're going to do a couple more videos about youth. I want you to be, as much as you're willing to, kind of help us create that youth corner, so that we can really support our youth and have them be the future, because they're going to take care of me when I get really old. And so I'm going to look to you for some support around that, if you're up for that. All right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.